You know, you made me realize just how many dance emotes I have, Hollow. I don't know about that, Hollow. Anyway, last time we made our way to the northern desert, and we discovered that there was like a secret hidden dungeon underneath the desert. So we have to go back there and see if there's a time gear hidden there. Also, since last time, I actually did grind a whole bunch. So we're actually pretty strong now. I'm level 36, so is Chica. Bubbles is 35, which is great. And then Candy is level 30. And because I went into so many dungeons, I also got a ton of money. And I was able to buy a bunch of moves. And also I found just like a bunch of TMs in the dungeons, right? So I taught, where is it? Here we go. I taught Chica Energy Ball. Anyway, there we go. I taught Chica Energy Ball, which is a fantastic move. It's like, I think it has like more power and accuracy than Razor Leaf. Yeah, it's like super good. It's a great move. We're gonna lose that, you know, high critical hit ratio or whatever, but that's a small price to pay when it's this powerful and this accurate. So yeah, I taught her Energy Ball. And then Candy actually learned Charge, which increases her special defense, so she can take more hits on the special sides. But it also increases the power of her next electric type move. And that's the real draw, because I taught her Thunder, which is super powerful. She can do like 100 damage in one hit if she charges up. So yeah, it's really strong. She's great. What else? Bubbles, did she learn anything new? No. Well, she has a belly drum, but I'm pretty sure we already knew that since last time. Let's see. Well, I also, alright, I'm a dad now. Look, check it out. I have an egg. For one of the missions that I completed, for the guild, I got an egg. I don't know what's inside. But, let's see. Yes, look! Happy birthday! It's a Paris. Look, we have a baby now. Yahoo! Let's see, what's a good nickname for a Paris? Oh, I have the perfect nickname. Since it's a mushroom Pokemon, I'll name him Toad. Yahoo! Alright, well, Toad is like freshly hatched, so he's probably not going to be very powerful. So he's going to stay at the guild while we go do some dangerous stuff in Quicksand Cave. Alright, starting off strong. Well, never mind, I just ate my words. It couldn't have just been... You know, it couldn't have just been easy, huh? Just get in, get out. Like that. Come on, Candy. Hit him with the thunder. Oh no, we gotta get out of here. The sandstorm is gonna chip us down. Oh, watch out, Bubbles. Oh, it's a good thing that Bubbles is a water type in a ground type dungeon. Yo, Candy. Come on, we gotta get out of here. Bubbles. There we go. It seems like the sandstorm is actually based on time. Like, the longer you stay in the dungeon, the more likely it is that you trigger a sandstorm, I guess. So we gotta get out of here as soon as possible. Ooh, money. No, I've been giving my party members a bunch of IQ gummies or whatever, so they're fairly smart now. Hey, nice hollow. Do you hear the Invader Zim in the boss alien's voice? Oh, destroy all humans! That's a terrible impression, but hey, it's the one I got. Yeah, isn't it great? He really does the part well. Yeah, basically. What's your favorite weapon so far? Or your favorite, like, alien tool? Just, like, incinerating things, or do you go for, like, the anal probe? Or the head exploder thing? Oh, wait, is that the same thing? I don't know. Zapper. Just zap him. I love the popping noise that happens when you get someone's brain. Out of here, no chance. Ooh, that was almost bad. With my defense over, that rollout had the potential to do massive damage. Out of here. Do you think you'll come around to playing the second one if you get the chance, Hollow? I don't hear people talking about the second Destroy All Humans nearly as much as I hear people talking about the first one. Because, like, the first one feels like the, you know, the flagship game in the series. I didn't even know that there was a second one until recently. Well, recently, quote unquote, like a year or two ago, maybe more than that. But you get what I mean. Like, I had no idea that there was a second one until like years and years and years after the fact. Hey, nice hollow. I wonder if they're ever gonna make a new Destroy All Humans. Who is... like, what is Destroy All Humans owned by? Like, what company has the, like, publishing rights to it? THQ Nordic. What's the story with THQ? Because I thought THQ went bankrupt like years ago. THQ Nordic is like a separate division that survived or something, or what? Do you know? Okay, so I guess we're both in the dark on that one. Hey, alright, Hollow. Maybe you're answering the swan song of, those chisps. Hollow, come eat us! We're here! Wow, we made it to the halfway point way faster than last time. And this is where things get tough, though. This is where we really started having problems, like especially with the sandstorm. You know, the chip, we started to really feel it. Yeah, get him, Bubbles. I feel like we don't really have too much to worry about this time around because we're a lot stronger than when we first attempted this dungeon. I think the sandstorm is actually going to be just like kind of a minor convenience if we can just keep our chin up and not take too much damage. Or a minor inconvenience. I think I said convenience. Gonna hear Mawile. Don't even have a Mega Evolution in this game. Hey, let's go. Static. Paralysis and sleep are so much stronger in this game than in the normal Pokemon games. Because not being able to move when there's like 4 or even like 5 or more Pokemon surrounding you or something, you take all of those hits, it can be devastating, both for you and your enemy. That's why even though Hypnosis has a bad quote-unquote accuracy, I chose to keep it on Bubbles. Surprisingly, it seems like Bubbles never really misses Hypnosis. Like, more often than not, she gets the opponent to sleep. So I'm guessing it's not exactly that, you know, 55 accuracy like in the mainline games. It's gotta be a little bit higher than that because, like I said, more often than not, she hits it. Uh-oh. Big boy alert. Yeah, it didn't even matter. Hey, welcome back, Hollow. No, all these misses. Get him. Oh, come on. Ah! Ee. Hiya. Oh, right. Take that. No. Come on. Oh my god! Please hit. Ah. You gotta be kidding me. Why? Come on. Oh my god. Oh my god. Come on, hit. Hit. What is this? Are you seeing this? How many turns has it been since I hit this thing? There we go. Jeez. What? No hollow. I don't like doing shady things. You gotta play by the rules. It doesn't sound okay. I don't condone this. What, do you want me to stream a game? Do you have something in mind that you want to see me play? Well, I tend to stream most of the games I play nowadays. Mainly because it gives me, like, a set time slot to kick back and enjoy video games, you know? And share it with other people. That's the big draw. Just, like, talking to other people as I play the games. Oh! Oh! Leave. What do you have in mind, Hollow? I know about Watchdog 1 and 2. I mean, I've heard the name before, I don't really know what they're about. But the Division sounds new to me. I'm not sure I've heard of that one before. Get out of here. Oh, was Division just like a financial flop and that's why no one has heard about it? What are those games about? Uh-oh. You can handle them. I'll quick attack from the back row. Wait, have you not played them yourself? Or are you saying, like, I just don't know what's going on, like Kingdom Hearts? I have no idea who Tom Clancy is. I know he, like, is associated with certain games like Rainbow Six Siege, right? But I have no clue who the dude actually is or what he does and whatnot. Oh, so he's a writer. I thought he was gonna be someone involved in like sports or something. I thought it was like a sports tie-in or something of that nature for some reason. Kind of like John Madden NFL. John Madden football. And so he's like it's like if you slapped George R.R. Martin's name onto a game and then named it Elden Ring. Chica's fine. Oh boy. We got some floor icky, like, gross food stuff. It's like wall meat, except bad. That's great. I love my, like, meat a little bit crunchy, with some sand in there. That's how you get some essential minerals. Oh no, Tom passed away? When did this happen? Was it relatively recently, or did it happen a while ago? Oh man, there's too many Tyrannotars in this area. Oh man, heart failure? That sucks. How old was he when he passed? $66? He still had a good number of years on him. It always sucks when people don't get to live out their life to its fullest extent. You know, they still have some time left. Alright, candy. Just trying to learn. Signal beam, huh? Well this will be good against bug types, or not bug types, psychic, dark, and grass. Yeah, why not? Let's get rid of tackle. Candy's lagging a little bit behind. Oh, hurry up. The sandstorm's gonna get you. Alright, more gross mush. Ooh, I'm learning a new move. Flamethrower, hey, let's go. Alright, that's super powerful. Let's get rid of Flame Wheel. Our attack and special attack are actually pretty much the same. There's only like a 1 or 2 stat difference between them, so even though Flamethrower is a special move, it should serve us well. Like, let me see. Summary. Yeah, it's literally a 1-point difference. So I feel like giving up Flame Wheel was worth it. Ooh. Run away! Gotta run. We just can't hit anything with the sandstorm. Oh no! Bubbles! At least we got revenge for her. I'm mad though. That shouldn't have happened. I forget what the ability is called, but it really sucks, man. Yeah, get out of here. But yeah, because of that ability, I think it's called Sand Veil or something, it like raises the evasiveness of the Pokemon in a sandstorm. Because of that, Cacturne is actually banned from, I forget which generation, but like it's such a strong combo. Like just having Sand Veil and like other stuff to synergize with it, that it's actually unfair. Like, I shouldn't be missing this much, it's ridiculous. Look at that. Oh my god. Get out of here. Man, the struggle isn't even with the sandstorm, it's with the Pokemon in the sandstorm getting the boost. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh well. That probably wasn't the you know, smartest thing to do. I feel like we can take this guy though. Yeah. Alright, take that. Come on. We gotta trudge on. For bubbles. Yes. Alright. We're at the end. Oh, look at that. That's pretty. This is fantastic. I didn't expect to see this. This huge lake and extending underground. Oh, there's something glowing way over there. That light. That light. I'm sure I've seen it before. That's it. I've got it now. It's the same kind of light that we saw at Fogbound Lake. That means that light may be coming from a time gear. Let's get closer. Well, let's get a closer look at it, Gio. What? It went dark. Wait. What? Who are you? What? Who said that? Why? Why did you come here? Why? You just came to look for a time gear. Stay away from the time gear. You won't leave the time gear alone. I'll stop you. Oh look, it's Mespirit. I should have known that there was going to be more than one of the legendary pixies or whatever from Sinnoh. Who are you? Oh, it's Mespirit. Fake fan, I got it wrong. Here at the deep underground lake, I protect the time gear. Protect the time gear? I won't allow you to disturb the time gear. Get ready. Uh-oh. We're gonna beat her up. Yeah, you want some? Come here. Come here. Look. Smokescreen. Insta-win. I should have been using this before. Oh. Get into formation. Yeah. Get him, Candy. Flamethrower attack. Easy peasy. That was like 10 seconds. I can't let you take the time gear. Please listen. We didn't come to steal your time gear, really. Don't lie to me. Uxie used his telepathy to tell me what happened. I know what the time gear. I know that the time gear from Fogbound Lake was stolen. Pardon? You heard about it from Uxie? That was your doing, wasn't it? No, it wasn't us. Then who's responsible? That would probably be me. Who are you? Grovyle. That's Grovyle. I must apologize, but I will be taking that time gear. Oh. Stand aside. I won't. I won't let you take the time gear. I have no choice then. Oh, no! I should just use flamethrower or lava plume. Or like, take out half this guy's HP in one hit. Mespirit! You lost that fight. You sustained serious damage, so don't push it. You're not getting by us. We won't let you take the time gear. Alright. Alright for this. Oh, he's so fast. Forgive me, I have no quarrel with any of you, but I'm taking that time gear. Ah, the time gear. That thief is taking it. I'm sorry. Uxie must not have been talking about you. It was that Pokemon. Sorry for doubting you. Oh, too late now. this is bad. We have to get out of here. Why? Oh, we're gonna be frozen in time. What? What's happening? It's happening because the thief took the time gear. So time in this whole area. Time will stop. All around the underground lake. Excuse me? If you don't hurry, we'll all be trapped in time. Hurry, run with all your might. That's a pretty slow run. I think we shouldn't be taking our time. Ooh. New chapter. Chapter 12. Thank you for helping with our criminal investigation. We have Miss Spirit under protection. Her safety is assured. We are dedicating all resources to the pursuit of Grovyle. If you come across any information related to this case, please let us know. We must all cooperate to bring this criminal to justice. That is all. Now please excuse us. I want to get a Magnemite on my team. Magnezone is an awesome Pokemon. My, I'm absolutely astonished. So there was a lake, there was a lake deep under the northern desert. And that wasn't all. A time gear was also down there. Yes, but about that time gear, Grovyle took off with it. We couldn't even slow down Grovyle, which is just the same as not getting anything done at all. It's not true, by golly. Y'all did great work. Hey, I think so too. Team Crystal can be really proud. But it's a shame about this whole thing. There's no clue telling what, we should do next, right? Hey, only we had one tiny hint. I must agree. Where will Grovyle strike next? We have no way of knowing. It's too bad that the opportunity to catch him slipped away. We're back to square one. Maybe not. Not necessarily. Dusknoir, sir. There are some clues. One time gear was at Fogvale in the Lake, guarded by Uxie, correct? Another time gear was at the underground lake, guarded by Mesprit. Well, that reminds me. Mesprit told us something interesting. Mesprit knew that the time gear from Fogbound Lake was stolen. Uxie alerted her by telepathy. Incredible. Now that is really something. I should have known. There is an ancient legend. It is believed that Uxie is the being of knowledge, and that Mesprit is the being of emotion. But 3 Pokemon in total represent the spiritual world, and they are said to keep the world in balance. Hey, besides Uxie and Mesprit, there's another Pokemon like them. Yes, last of the trio is Azelf, known as the being of willpower. Uxie and Mesprit both guarded time gears. Therefore, Azelf may likewise be protecting a time gear. Oh, I see. If we could locate Azelf, we may find a time gear with the Pokemon. We may have a chance at seeing that thief Grovyle appear. That's correct. Those 3 Pokemon, Uxie, Mesprit, and Azelf, all 3 are said to dwell at lakes. It's the fact that both Uxie and Mesprit were encountered at lakes. As such, I believe that Azelf will be found at a lake somewhere. Let's keep something in mind. Uxie's lake was located on a high plateau. Mesprit's lake was hidden far beneath the desert. In both cases, the lakes were in unusual places. For the lake where Azelf lives, it'll be somewhere that we least expect it to be. I get it now. You're saying we shouldn't look for water in the usual places. My. I commend you on your wisdom, Dusknoir, sir. I feel renewed admiration for you. Thank you. It's really nothing. No, we too revere you. First it was you, Dusknoir, sir, who directed us to the northern desert. Turned out there was a time gear far below the desert. So, Dusknoir, sir, your insight was entirely correct. Ooh, Maybe the other places we searched, the Eastern Forest and the Crystal Cave, those places could still be hiding their secrets from us. Ah, I have an idea. Bidoof. Yep, you want me? What can I do for you? A request. The crystal you picked up previously. May I borrow it briefly? My crystal? No, sirree. That's my precious treasure, by golly. Of course. But rest assured we won't take it away, or do anything of the sort. Now, Gio, there's something I would like you to do. Please touch Bidoof's crystal. Should touch the crystal? If a secret remains hidden in the crystal cave, if Gio touches the crystal, it may trigger the dimensional scream. It may trigger a vision. Hey, Meeves, how's it going? Oh man, playing Toontown. I actually never knew anyone who actually played Toontown. But I did see a bunch of commercials for it when I was a kid. And I thought it looked pretty fun. I wasn't into MMOs then, and I'm not into them now, so. I see. That's what this is about. Dimensional Scream. What's that? It's a special ability that Geo has. Sometimes when Geo touches something, and Geo has a vision of an event in the past or future that involves it. Oh my gosh, really? Hey, there's really an ability like that? I desperately wish to borrow the crystal because of Geo's ability. Please, may we? Oof. Okay, I can't refuse a reason like that. This crystal. What will it reveal? Everyone's watching. Don't know if I will see anything, but to concentrate. Well, Geo? Here it comes. The dizziness is starting. That was... Grovyle was trying to steal a time gear. There's also another Pokemon. Was it a Zelf? Anyway, the crystal did trigger a vision. Did you see anything, Geo? What? Saw Grovyle knock out a Pokemon, one you'd never seen before, and tried to steal a time gear. Oh my gosh, your ability is thrilling. How did you get to see all that, by golly? Mighty hard to grasp. Hey, Geo. For that Pokemon you couldn't recognize, you think it might be a Zelf? I have a question for you too, Geo. Do you see the past, Geo? Or is it in the future? Come to think of it, visions of the past, visions of the future. Never clear when my visions take place. We're not sure if it's in the past or the future. Well then, since it's impossible to tell if the vision was of the future or the past, then Geo's vision may well be of a past event. In that case, the time gear must have already been stolen from there. You're saying we might already be too late? Everyone, please, hold on. Yes, it is true that it may have been a vision of the past, but it could have been a vision of the future. If you'll be so kind, could you remind us what Mesprit said, Chica? Who informed Mesprit via telepathy that a time gear was stolen? If I recall correctly, did you say that it was Uxie? Yes, you're not mistaken. But the name, Zelf. I've never heard it before. I mean, I only know the name Azelf because you just said it, Dusknoir, sir. Then there's still a chance. If Mesprit claimed that Azelf had alerted her about the stolen time gear, then Gio's dimensional scream must surely be from the past. But that was not the case. Mesprit did not mention Azelf. Therefore, possible that the event happens in the future. I see. One more point, and this is a sure thing. Upon touching the crystal, Gio experienced the dimensional scream. The vision indicated the presence of a time gear, which means maybe what we seek is in Crystal Cave. Perhaps there is a passage there that leads to a time gear. Yeah, maybe it is there. Of course, we may already be too late, or we may still have time. As long as the chance remains, we must never give up. It's our only option. Hey, absolutely. There's no other choice. We must pin our hopes on this. Good thinking, Dusknoir, sir. Yep. Oh my gosh, I'm all fired up with excitement. Let's go, everyone. Let's search Crystal Cave. Dusknoir, sir. There's only one thing to do, and that's explore Crystal Cave. Let's go. The whole guild will be involved. Onward to Crystal Cave. Guildmaster, please issue the call to duty. Guildmaster? Guildmaster? Guildmaster, are you with us? Huh? Hey, you gotta be kidding. No, it looks like he's fully asleep. With his eyes wide open, too. Ew. The Guildmaster is so very charming. When do y'all suppose he took to snoozing? Think that maybe he's been asleep from the get-go? Oh no, this just won't do. Everyone might notice that the Guildmaster is sleeping. Must rouse him somehow. Guildmaster? Guildmaster? Huh? Guildmaster? Chat Tot. Yes, Guildmaster. Yes, Guildmaster. Take it from the top. There was everyone. We're going after Grovyle. Yum-ta. Yay! Let's go to Crystal Cave. Hey, there has to be a secret there somewhere. Let's get down to business and start our search. I will accompany you to Crystal Cave. Let's do our best, everyone. Let's head out too, Gio. On to Crystal Cave. Wow, that was a lot of reading. I'm gonna take a swig of water and then answer your question, Meeps. Hydration. Anyway, I've been pretty good as of late, Meeps. I got back from work, and I got my sister's dog a bone, because today was Easter. And then my sister asked, oh, can you get a bone for Mati? Her name's Mati, so I was like, yeah, okay. And I got her a bone, and she was so happy with it. It was so cute. I got home, and I opened the door, and she was like, oh my gosh! She started wagging her tail, like, super hard and stuff, and, like, she was jumping up on me and stuff. And she went to go get her bone. And it was great. But, apart from that, just kind of chilling at home, not doing much. I could be working on my project and also, like, other homework stuff. I have, like, a quiz on Monday for physics. But I'm just too tired. I think I'll do a little bit of reviewing later, but not right now. How you been, Meeps? Ooh, definitely want this. What is this though? Yeah, that's not super amazing, but Revive Receive. Definitely want that. It's good. Fail safe. I was going to do some more Zatu appraisals, but I don't have any money left, and I don't want to take out from my bank. I'll just store these and then do it later. Let's go! This feels like destiny, because we're exploring Crystal Cave, and our team is Team Crystal. It was meant to be. So this is Crystal Cave. Somewhere inside this cave, there should be a passageway that goes to Azelf's Lake. But will it take us forever to search every step of our way? For starters, let's go as deep as we can. Let's try our best, Gio. What kind of Pokemon are we going to find here? Ice types? Oh, ground types. That's not good. At least we have Bubbles. Ooh, Team M. Protect. Nice. Alright, we also have Chica. Silly me. We're probably better off than I thought. Just kind of taking things a little bit too seriously. The only thing that I'm really worried about is if these Graveler know self-destruct, because at least in the mainline Pokemon games, they tend to know it, and that's something I really don't want to deal with. Getting a Beldum on our team would be super awesome. Metagross is one of my favorite Pokemon, because I have a huge Gen 3 bias because I grew up playing the Gen 3 games. Ah! Oh, okay. Phew. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute, this is perfect. Graveler actually can't self-destruct because Bubbles has the damp ability. Oh, that's a huge relief. Hold on. So yeah, see, Mareep or Candy has static, and Bubbles has water absorb for one and damp. So he has two, or she has two abilities. That's kind of friggin' awesome, dude. That's perfect. Oh, this is gonna be great. Don't have to worry about too much. Here you go, Bubbles. That's a reward for saving us from an explosive grave. Ouch! Oh, oh. I guess we shouldn't rest on our laurels just yet. That magnitude did massive damage to our whole party. I haven't been running into too many TMs. Maybe because I'm not exploring the dungeon floors super thoroughly. I'm more like trying to find the exit as soon as possible. But those things are super expensive, so the more I run into, the better. Yeah. Take that. I wonder if we're going to be able to do more than one chapter this stream. Granted, we did start out pretty much at the very end of the previous chapter. But still. This one is for me. Oh. Yeah, out of here. 139 damage. I kinda wanna recruit a Seviper onto our team as well, because I grew up with Pokemon Sapphire and Pokemon Emerald, where you can catch Seviper. Not Zangoose though, which I never understood why they would just, you know, take out Pokemon in the, like, the future release, you know, the whole, like, Ruby Sapphire, like, Emerald sort of thing. You know what? Yeah. Let's go, Seviper. I already have the perfect nickname for her. Jessie! Sorry, Jessie. You're not gonna be exploring with us quite yet. But yeah, I think that's the perfect name considering that Jessie had a Seviper in the Gen 3 anime. Ooh, everything is red now. It's like the fire crystals from Ant Bully. Get out of here. What an unfortunate Pokemon, Cranidos and its evolution. Or is Cranidos the evolution? I don't know, I'm not super Gen 4 adept, I guess I would say. That's one of the Pokemon gyms that I actually haven't played yet. I played Gens 2, 3, 5, 7, almost all of them. I just haven't played like X and Y, Gen 4, and Sword and Shield. That's pretty much it though. The rest I have played. But yeah, that's why I'm not super familiar with the Gen 4 Pokemon. Now, this wasn't even worth coming over here again. Oop. Take that. Oh no! Watch out! Ooh, Candy's in big trouble now. Oh, phew. That almost cost us our Reviver Seed. Oh, uh-oh, I ran out of flamethrowers. This is bad. Get him! Use Bubble Beam. It's 4 times super effective. I won't stand a chance. Or you could just do that. Here we go. I should really be leveling up my IQ, because running out of PP actually... Oh no. Running out of PP is pretty bad, because then I won't use my stab moves or whatever. And the regular attack is very consistent, but it's just not the best. I should probably also expand my stomach more, because if you eat when you're already full, you can get a bigger stomach, and then you won't be hungry for as long. Or you can stave off the hunger more. Alright, 154 damage. Let's go, Candy. I think Thunder is only marginally worse than Thunderbolt because of the PP, or not the PP, the accuracy thing. Like in this game, there isn't much of a choice between Thunderbolt and Thunder. They're pretty much the same except power-wise. I remember checking when I got the Thunderbolt TM from some of that grinding I was mentioning earlier. Here you go, Bubbles. Absolutely decimated. Ooh, Blue Gummy. This is one of Bubbles' favorites, so they're gonna gain a bunch of IQ from this. Here you go. Uh-oh, you better not attack us. Why does Chica has a fist above her? Oh, okay. That's because of the taunt status. Uh, 200 damage. I know it's 4 times super effective, so I shouldn't be that surprised, but still. Let's eat a seed. That'll help a little bit. Oh, and some grimy food. Delicious. Mmm, delicious poison. Oh, that was great. We got poisoned, but being paralyzed healed it. That's like next level big brain strats. Yeah, more IQ candy. Let's give this one... let's give it to me. We're starting to run low on EP for our moves, which is a little bit concerning. Especially with Chica, like the more I think about it, because she actually only has one attacking move. The other moves are Poison Powder and, like, you know, other various, you know, status moves. Is this the deepest part of the caverns? Oh, Gio, over there. Look at these 3 giant crystals. They're in different colors, too. It's obvious that they're not like any of the other ones. On the way here, we didn't see anything out of the ordinary. So these 3 crystals must be clues, Gio. They must be keeping a secret. Makes sense. I feel the same way. On the journey to Fogbound Lake, where we met Uxie, Radon's stone statue held the secret. Then on the way to the underground lake, where we met Mesprit, the quicksand pools allowed us passage into the underground lake. Would this place lead to a Zelf's lake? It should be like those other 2 places. There should also be a secret here. Oh wow, the crystal changes color when you touch it. This crystal changes color when you touch it too. This might be a clue to solving this place's secret. See for yourself. Touch one of these crystals, Gio. Color does change when I touch it. And it can change into a variety of colors. 3 crystals. Changing colors. What could this all mean? Ah. Starting again. Dimensional scream. That was unlike my early experiences. All I heard was a voice. No, that's wrong. This happened once before. It was like Gradon's statue. I heard only a voice that time too. But why does that happen? Why did I hear only a voice then? And now? Hey, is there something wrong, Gio? Oh, did you have another vision? Did another dimensional scream come to you? I knew it. So what did you see? According to that voice, Zelf is the being of 1 power. The voice of the crystals should all be made 1 color. Make the crystals 1 color. That's it. You need to match the color. These 3 crystals need to be all the same color. Guess you got an idea about what to do. Now what's the color supposed to be? Color of willpower. It must be in the color of a Zelf spirit. Zelf lives at the Crystal Lake. Crystal Cave. Crystal Lake. Is a Zelf spirit as clear as crystal? Or no? Could it be the color of cold water? I guess you're really convinced now. Okay, you should do whatever you need to do, Gio. Try solving the secret of the 3 crystals. Wow, there's Really is a bunch of colors that you can make it. All that time to solve a puzzle that really you could just guess and check. What? A tremor. It's dangerous, Gio. Let's back off. Wow, what is this? There's a big jacket opening in the middle. Do you think we should go through here? Maybe that leads to the lake where his elf lives. Those 3 crystals were the key, Gio. They opened a path that may lead us to a time gear. Let's go, Gio. We're off to his elf's lake. Oh no, this is gonna be a Ganondorf Ocarina of Time situation where we open up the way and then the bad guy takes advantage of that. Also, this music. Let's go. Oh my gosh, a big one! Be my friend, please. Get out of here. Oh, flamethrower actually goes a pretty long way. At least 3 spaces. Oh, come on. Where am I now? We're all over the place. Oh, it actually wasn't that far. Bit of an over-exaggeration on my part. Easy. Out of here. We're on world record pace. At the very least, we're on PB pace. Hopefully this thing doesn't know ice fanning, because we might be in a bit of trouble. Oh! Me and my big mouth. Hey, these things actually aren't that threatening. They don't have a whole bunch of health, so if we just strike first, then be okay. Ooh, there's another Bagon. Darn. No recruitment this time. I'm not exactly sure how many Pokemon you can actually recruit onto your team, but I feel like it should be more than 1 page. Hey, get him. Everyone is always so mean to Perugly and Glamia. And I don't know why. Whatever, that orb isn't super good. We'll just leave it be for now. Oh, check it out, Grovyle. Yeah. Oh. Oh, an Absol, cute. I have no idea what that means. The whole, like, debuff thing. As far as I can see, uh-oh. As far as I can see, it's not like it gets counter or anything. Ouch. Oh, yeah, okay, it must be pressure. That's why I'm already out of flamethrower PP. Hey, hello. For once, it's not me this time. My suggestion to you is to simply stop buffering. That'd be pretty cool. There you go. That's what I was waiting for. Candy, what are you doing all the way over there? Stick with the group. That might be it. There we go. Those sticks probably aren't super important. We have the better versions of those anyway. Alright. Well, you know how yesterday we were talking about How to Train Your Dragon? The trilogy of movies and stuff. When I came home from work today, my parents were actually watching How to Train Your Dragon 2. I should have stuck around and watched some of it to see if it was better or worse than I remembered it being. Because I only ever watched it once, actually, so I should probably form a second opinion on that movie. Yeah, I wouldn't mind watching all three. It's some popcorn. Hey, the strat. Watch out, Bubbles. Ukulele? No thanks. Oh, is that the case? Thanks for spoiling it, man. Unbelievable, even though I already watched the movie. Oh. Look, Gio, it's the lake. Fantastic! Look at all those crystals sticking out from the surface. Is this like where Zelf lives? Oh, Gio, look over there. Look, in the middle of the lake, where it's like an island. I think I see someone. Let's go. Oh, what's happening there? That's Grovyle. Ugh. No, take it. The time gear. No, you can't take it. Never. This is what I saw in my vision during that dimensional scream. The vision I saw then. An event in the future after all. Who is that over there? Azov? It is. Azov's in trouble. Let's go help. Hurry. Now, sunk down there. That is the time gear, isn't it? Fine then. Azov, was it? I must apologize, but I must take that time gear. Ugh. Wait. Hold it, Grovyle. You know my name? Grovyle the thief. I heard from Uxie Mespirit that you were coming. It would have been better if I just knocked you out directly. But I also thought that I could possibly lose. So I set up a failsafe system. What? What did you do? Wah, tremors. But this is like it's covered by crystals. There's no way of getting at the time gear. Grovyle. The time gear. Never get it now. In exchange for my life. You'll never... You... I mean to have it, and I will get it. I need the time gear. Even if it means eliminating you, Elf. Stop. You're not taking the time gear, Grovyle. I have no quarrel with you. Out of the way. No way, you can't make me. Are you serious? And if you won't stand aside, you leave me no choice. I'll knock you out first. Just try to stop me. This guy's piece of cake. Easy peasy. Just watch. Watch. $108 damage. You see that? He's almost gone. Look, see? Easy. Easy. That was like a 30-second battle. Oh, what? And we still lose? It's rigged. Ugh. Get out of the way. Can't talk. But I won't step aside, ever. You refuse? Then you leave me no choice. Oh, Chica's in serious trouble. Can't move. This is all for the time gear. Forgive me. Ooh, got him. Dusknoir. Are you alright, Chica? Please, let me handle this. Oof. You. It's been too long. It wasn't easy finding you, Grovyle. What was that? The great Dusknoir knows Grovyle. Ah, even here. You chased me even here. You're tenacious, all right. You cling to me beyond expectation. Grovyle, you're not getting away this time. Dusknoir, I'm surprised to see you in this world, but I'm ready. So you'll fight. Then, so be it. But can you win against me? Grovyle vanished. Blasted Grovyle. He never intended to fight me at all. There's no escaping me. What just happened? I don't understand. I'm trying to move, but I can't. Can't. Feeling faint. There they are. Hey, come on, hurry. Golly, they're down. Hey, are you alright? They're badly hurt. Hurry, we need to get them back to the guild for treatment. Alright. Yes, please. Oh, are you awake? Where? You're in your room at the guild. You're both hurt. You've been sleeping all this time. You alright, Gio? Ooh, glad to hear it. I remember passing out at Crystal Lake. Seems that I can speak again. Oh, that's right. What happened to his elf? Is his elf okay? He's fine. Chica, compared to you two, his injuries weren't that severe. He regained consciousness earlier. He's in the guild now. Oh, I'm glad to hear that. Glad you're okay too, Chica and Gio. She'll let the guild know you're awake. Everyone, they're awake. Oh. Really? Awesome. Oh my gosh, wonderful news. Oh, I'm mighty glad. If anything would have happened to you all, I'd... Oof. You guys are getting so emotional about this. Oh, that's right. There's something I need to tell everyone. Hey. And what would that be? What? What did you say? You're saying that the great Dusknoir and Grovyle, they may have known each other from before all this. Yes, it sounded that way. They were getting ready to fight. Oh then, what became of Dusknoir? Well, Grovyle escaped. I think he went after the thief. What? The emergency siren. Hey, Diglett, what's the matter? It's an alert from Magnemite. I'm told it's an emergency call sent out by Officer Magnezone. Deputy Magnemite, please shout your message down to the sentry post. Please speak clearly. Can you hear me? This is an important announcement from Officer Magnezone. Everyone, please gather in the main square in Treasure Town. We'll have a major announcement to make to everyone. All Pokemon in the area have been called to this town meeting, not just those in the guild. That is all. We hope for your cooperation. Thank you. I wonder what this is about. An important announcement? What might it be? Hey, no point in wondering. Let's get to the answer. Hey, let's get a move on to Treasure Town's main square. Uh-oh. He's probably a person who turned into a Pokemon as well. Oh look! The guild members! So the guild's Pokemon were even called. For them to be called, something serious must be happening. A Zelf! Uxie! Mesprit! Are you alright? You're not hurt? Yep, I'm okay. Time Gear. It's in Crystal Lake. Will it be safe there without your protection? Can't it be stolen? Yep. It will be safer now. The Time Gear is protected by an encasing cover of crystals. Stealing it won't be easy. Oh, Dusknoir, sir. Ah, Chica and Gio. You are safe. I'm so relieved. Dusknoir, sir. I'm glad to see you're back too. Thank you for saving us. So, what happened? What happened to Grovyle? What became of him? I gave chase to Grovyle, but he slipped away from me. Dusknoir, sir. Back at Crystal Lake when you were fighting Grovyle, you and Grovyle seemed to know each other. What was... If I may interrupt, the Great Dusknoir plans to explain what he knows, and that topic will be included. Now everyone gather around, please. Golly, I wonder what this is all could be about. Who knows? Don't ask me. Everyone is here. So I'd like to get this meeting started. Our topic, the rash of Time Gear thefts. Several Time Gears have been stolen, like the Pokemon Grovyle. In the regions where a Time Gear has been stolen, the flow of time has come to a standstill. This is a serious problem, as I'm sure you can guess. Grovyle failed to steal a Time Gear. This one was protected. Wow, isn't that something? And the hero who protected it was the mighty Azelf. And the hero who saved Azelf and chased off Grovyle, that would be the Great Dusknoir right here. It's astounding. No wonder he's such a famous explorer. Officer Magnezone. Sorry, I had to yawn. I'm sorry to interrupt. Perhaps I should explain it from here. Of course, please take it from here. Everyone, while we should be happy that we protected the Time Gear this time, the fact is Grovyle remains at large. Therefore, we cannot afford to feel safe and secure. Grovyle will most certainly make another attempt to steal the Time Gear. There's another matter that is tied to all of this. It is an extremely important matter that I must share with you. I would like to explain it to you now. First, earlier Chica asked me the following question. Did I know Grovyle from before all this happened? That is correct. I do know Grovyle from before all this. What? What I'm about to say may be beyond your belief, but it also happens to be the truth. Furthermore, if what I'm about to reveal hasn't stopped, calamity is certain. I therefore ask for your undivided attention. First, Grovyle is a Pokemon that came here from the future. Future? Dad? What does he mean by from the future? I think he means from a place where things are yet to happen. But is something like that even possible? Pokemon, or for the future? Grovyle. In the world of future, he will be a notorious criminal. He has a large bounty on his head. To avoid capture in the future, he fled, and in fleeing, he escaped to this, the world of the past. After arriving this time, Grovyle plotted, until he hit upon an utterly catastrophic plan. What was that? What was his plan? It was nothing less than causing the planet's paralysis. The planet's paralysis. Yes, if the planet becomes paralyzed, all movement upon it ceases. When the time gears are removed, the flow of time slows in its region. As many more are taken, time slows in an ever larger area. Eventually, the planet's flow slows down so much that it stops entirely. Ultimately, the planet reaches a state of total paralysis. The planet is paralyzed. What will happen to this world? In a world where the planet has become paralyzed, no winds blow. The day never comes. Neither spring nor summer ever comes. It is a world of unrelenting darkness. It would be no exaggeration to call it the complete ruin of the world. The world's ruin. Is that what happens if the time gears are taken away? The way time has been going out of control lately. That too is caused by the thefts of the time gears. If the time gears continue to be stolen, this world will end in ruin. So that's what will happen. This is bad. We've got to do something. Hey, I have a question. There's something that I don't understand. Yes? What is it? I understand that we got a big problem on our hands, but what I don't understand... Well, hey, it's about Dusknoir, sir. About you. Why do you know so much, Dusknoir, sir? I mean, I know that the great Dusknoir is knowledgeable and wise, and sure, I really respect you and all, but how do you know the future, no matter how knowledgeable you are? That's true. Come to think... Ah, yes. What Corfish said makes perfect sense. Under normal circumstances, it's true. There's no way that I should know these things. So why do I know these things? It's because I, too, am a Pokemon from the future. What? Dusknoir is another Pokemon from the future? By gosh and golly. This is all so complicated, it's making my head spin. My objective is to capture Grovyle. It is for that reason that I came from the future. I needed to know as much as possible to ensure the capture of Grovyle. I therefore studied everything I could about this world while in the future. That is why I know so much about this world. Why didn't you say anything before? I'm sorry. I felt terrible not saying anything. I am sincerely sorry for not revealing my identity. I am full of contrition. But what if I had been open about my identity from the start? What would have happened if I had said that I was from the future? Who would have taken me seriously? Also, I needed to avoid alerting Grovyle to my presence. I decided I should keep my identity hidden while I went about with my work. It makes sense. But it is also a fact that I have been deceiving you, for keeping silent about my identity. I sincerely apologize. Oh no, please don't apologize. You can't blame yourself. You had no choice. I concur. Dusknoir has done nothing wrong in my book. Should focus on anger on Grovyle. We must somehow capture him. Yeah, we're in deep trouble if we let Grovyle go on. We need to catch him before the world gets ruined. Dusknoir, sir, I'll be glad to help. Me too. By golly, me too. Hey, count me in. We will cooperate as well. I refuse to remain a victim. We won't let him steal another one. Everyone, thank you so much. We, as Pokemon, must all work as one to capture Grovyle and put an end to Grovyle's calamitous plot. Yeah. Dusknoir, sir. In order to obtain the time gear from Crystal Lake, Grovyle knows that he has to defeat me. So if he's still after my time gear, Grovyle will come after me. We could turn that against him. Mesper, his elf, and I could go to Crystal Lake. They can all spread rumors claiming that we have gone to seal the time gear so that it can never be taken. If we did that, do you think it would provoke Grovyle to strike? I see. You're suggesting that we bait the trap. Yep. But that would mean exposing you to danger as the bait. I'd like nothing more. That means stopping Grovyle. We're ready to take that risk. Then, understand. Everyone, let me explain our plan. Please pay attention and do your part. First, I would like everyone to spread a rumor far and wide. Get the word out about the 3 Pokemon, Uxie, Mesprit, and his elf. Spread the word that the trio has returned to Crystal Lake to seal the time gear away. Please spread the rumor as much as possible. I see. So you want the word of this to reach Grovyle's ears? Correct. But Grovyle won't be convinced by rumor alone. That is why I must ask the trio, Uxie, Mesprit, and his elf, to do something. I must ask them to actually go to Crystal Lake. I get it. And when Grovyle shows up to find his elf and the others, that's when we can catch him. I get it now. Oh my gosh, I'm all fired up with excitement. Arrest! Arrest! Hey, I'm calling it. I'm going to be the one to catch Grovyle. No, it is my duty to catch criminals. I don't want to get outdone by the others. Let's do our best too, Gio. I'm sorry. I'm grateful for your kind offers. But for the capture of Grovyle, I would prefer to work alone. Pardon? Why? Grovyle will be extremely wary. Even if he were to realize that itself and the other two had truly gone to Crystal Lake, he will be cautious in the extreme. So if we were to lay a massive ambush for him at Crystal Lake, he will undoubtedly notice the unusual number of Pokemon in the area. I'm afraid Grovyle will not be lured out by himself and the others that way. So I must apologize, and insist upon capturing Grovyle myself. I see. That's too bad. Terribly sorry, Chica. This time I hope to capture Grovyle without any mistakes. Please forgive my selfishness. That's how it stands, guild members. Up to now, we were capturing Grovyle. Yum-ta. At least, that was the plan. This time, stay out of it. We'll provide support only as needed. Well, hey. Is that what it takes? We have no choice? Is that an acceptable plan, Guildmaster? Yep. Thank you for confirming that. Stayed awake, thank goodness. Thank you for hearing me out, everyone. I realize I'm asking a huge favor, but please do your part in the plan. And let's capture Grovyle using whatever means necessary. Yeah. And thus, Dusknoir and the trio of Uxie, Mesprit, and his elf set off for Crystal Cave. In the meantime, the other Pokemon busied themselves, spreading rumors that Azelf and the others were about to steal the time gear away. As for those Pokemon from Wigglytuff's guild, that's the current situation. Until everything is resolved, we ask that you do your part about your regular duties. Yes, we'd like you to spread the rumor as much as possible, but not so much that it would make Grovyle suspicious. Try to be natural. Go about your jobs in the usual manner, and when possible, spread the rumor. That's what we would like you to do for at least the next few days. That is all. Alright everyone, let's have another good day of work. Oh, you two. Today, take jobs on the job bulletin board and the outlaw notice board. That will do. Oh, nice. It's like bonus content. Hey, alright, Hollow. You can send me some more wholesome art. I think that's gonna be it for Pokemon for today, though. Just like you said, I'm cutting it a little bit short. I think I'm done reading for today. That was a lot of exposition. So, yeah, thanks for stopping by and watching both Okami HD and Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky. Next Saturday will be some more Kirby in the Forgotten Land and more Pikmin 1. We're actually almost done with Pikmin 1, so you might be able to vote for the next game sooner than you think. Anyway, again, thanks for stopping by. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you hopefully soon. So, yeah, see ya.